The ANC has hailed former Labour Minister Membathisi Mdladlana as a leader who dedicated his life to ensuring that education is accessible to all. The former minister passed away at the age of 72 yesterday. He became an ANC MP during the first administration of democracy in 1994, led by President Nelson Mandela. In 1998, he was appointed as the Labour Minister by President Thabo Mbeki. Let's speak to the South African Democratic Teachers Union spokesperson, Nomusa Cembi, on this. Nomusa, the Minister of Labour had, before becoming a minister in government, had served as a teacher. He was a principal, quite literally, up until 1994, before he took on the role of the Member of Parliament. He served on the 1985 National Education Crisis Committee. He had a deep love for education, hoping that it would become accessible, but also the working conditionalities of educators. How does SADTU, a teachers' union active today with the same mission and concern, reflect on his life?
Good evening, and good evening to your viewers. Yes, indeed. First, let me take this opportunity to express the union's sincere condolences to the Mdladlana family and friends. We are deeply saddened by the loss of this giant, and we mourn his loss. And he was quite a figure, a formidable figure in education, in the transformation of education in this country. He was the first president of SADTU when SADTU was launched in 1990, and he led this giant union. We believe that SADTU is strong today, is united today because of people like him who laid those foundations, who laid the foundations that ensured that our members have the passion for education and have a passion for unity and have a passion to see education in this country transformed.
Yeah, as SADTU reflects on the journey that has traversed since 1994, when he was a Member of Parliament serving at the time on the Portfolio Committee of Home Affairs, but later becoming the Minister of Labour, what were the key items that he has championed as a former trade unionist for teachers, and then later as a Minister of Labour, where specifically teachers are the biggest sector in society as far as the labour force is concerned? What were the key achievements of that administration that SADTU would like to reflect on?
Okay, before coming to the administration, to the 94 administration, let me expand on what he did for SADTU. He formed SADTU at the time, at the height of the nationalist apartheid regime, when unions were not taken kindly to. He ensured that the nationalist government does recognize SADTU, and in 1990, SADTU was fully legally recognized by the nationalist government. You know, after so many fights, after marches, after engagements, he resorted to engagements. He resorted to going on the streets to fight for the recognition of the teacher union, because he believed that there would be no transformation of education if teachers were not taken care of, if teachers were not recognized as professionals, if the voice of teachers was not taken care of. We remember very well that at that time, education was divided into about 18 departments of education, which made it hard for one to engage, because each and every department had its own say. But he managed to make sure that all these departments do finally recognize the union. And also at the time, he also brought together the many teacher organizations and unions that were there and brought them together to form what we today call SADTU. So he played quite a big role as a unifier and as a person who ensured the transformation of education. Then when coming to his the period when he was in the first democratic parliament in South Africa, he first served in the Human Rights Committee, in the committee that set up or drafted the Bill of Rights, South Africa's Bill of Rights. It's quite a feat that he was part of that. It just showed that he had a passion not only for education as per se, but also for education as a human right. He believed in human rights per se. And then later on, he went to be a Minister of Labour. In that, as a Minister of Labour, whilst Minister of Labour, he put in place the SADTUs that we have now in the country today, the SADTUs that are there to ensure that they provide the youth with vocational training or with on-the-job training. It was quite a new thing in this new era to have what we call SADTUs today, and they've done a lot in ensuring that the youth get exposed to work experiences in the form of many programs that are there to ensure that the youth get trained in the workplace.
Nomusa, thank you so much for your time. I really do appreciate it. SADTU spokesperson Nomusa Cembi.